All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and talk about the bowling balls first, talk about all the nerdy stuff real quick before we get out on the lanes. Like I said, 48-foot pattern, shark pattern. It's last year's version. I just haven't had any time to get the new patterns in the machine. We'll get with our mechanic here shortly about that because we've got a lot of stuff coming up. So the XL has the RG of 255, differential of 048. The RST HyperDrive, let me get my cheat sheet. RST HyperDrive, it's got the RG of 252 and differential of 055. So the RG is slightly lower. You're going to see it start up a little bit quicker based on the numbers. And the differential is 055, which is slightly higher, which means it's going to flare a little bit more. So I would imagine based on the numbers and everything like that, that the RST is going to hook a little bit more than the XL. But that's why we're doing this video. So let's go ahead and get on the lanes. 48-foot shark pattern. I have not thrown a single shot with these balls yet. We just got done oiling. And, yeah, let's see how these compare and see if the RST is a necessity for your bag. Alrighty, so normally we throw just a handful of shots just to get loose, and then I like to talk about what I see on the lanes before we kind of progress into the video. This RST, strong. When you think about this bowling ball, it's strong, which I'm pretty sure everybody probably already has that in their mind. When the gem got discontinued, not going to lie, I was kind of sad just because that ball was so strong, and it rolled good on a lot of different patterns. They used them on tour, and you saw a lot of gems around in your local house shots. The XL is a good, strong bowling ball. It's really predictable. So sometimes to people, it doesn't fit their eyes because it's a little bit too smooth. This HyperDrive definitely gives me gem vibes. It's more down lane from what I can see than the XL. And it's going to fit that kind of category between, you know, in that gem line where the gem was. So now what we're going to do, we're going to throw a couple more shots with RST, and then we're going to get right into the XL, talk about why there's two big bowling balls from RotoGrip. And you know how they compare and how I like them in my bag. So let's go ahead, throw some shots RST, and get right into an XL. All right, guys, what's going on? That is going to wrap up the bowling portion of the video. So now we're going to talk about XL versus HyperDrive, what I saw out on the lanes, as well as why RotoGrip has two HP4 solid Coverstock bowling balls. So it's kind of a Big discussion when I first found out about it is why they have two different solid Coverstock bowling balls, big ASIMs. But now I know why. Because of the pattern that was out here and just in general when it comes to RGs and the diffs, they're two different reactions. So the XL reminds me a lot of my physics blackout. And it's just those balls that control the lanes front to back, really controllable motion, not a lot of down lane motion for those harder lane conditions. Not going to lie, physics, XL, not going to be your house shot killers, personally. Just a little bit too smooth, where I feel like you have to be a little bit too perfect. Now, in the video, XL was really good at playing straight on that 48-foot pattern, keeping my angles more in front of me. Once I had to move left, that's where I kind of got a little wishy-washy just because it's too smooth. It's harder for those smoother Coverstock bowling balls to really cover those boards and open up those lanes. Excuse me. That's where the HyperDrive comes into play. So the HyperDrive, as you can see later in the video, I know there's a lot of friction out here at my home center, but as you can see, that XL kind of wanted to flutter. And I think the last shot I threw with that HyperDrive, I slowed down a little bit and it 9-pinned, which on 48 feet with my rev rate, crazy. So the HyperDrive is going to be that new addition in your bag when it comes to that heavier volume, heavier lane condition to really get your ball to dig in the middle part of the lane and really go down lane. So I like these two because it reminds me a lot of the Gem and the XL. They're two different reactions. The Gem was that bigger, solid Coverstock bowling ball. Still kind of wanted to go a little bit down lane, where the XL really kind of controls the lane front to back. And I think if you're a fan of that RST line, if you like the Gem, you might as well give this RST HyperDrive a whirl for those heavier lane conditions. And even if, that big tumbly motion for, if you got the Masters coming up, USBC Nationals, your harder lane conditions, this one is going to be very, very good on those heavier lane conditions. So thank you guys for watching. Head over to coolwick.com. Use my code RMcCormick10 for 10% off your order. Get your black label clothing. Super comfy and super cool. You also, too, head over to stormbowling.com. Get yours today. This comes out today, so head over to your local pro shops. Like I said, if you need that big ASIM to really dig in the mid lane and kind of really, grab and open the lane up on those longer patterns, RST is going to be a great addition into your bag. And also, too, thank you to Krista and Lee Sant from BowlerX for everything you do for us staffers as well as everybody in the bowling industry. And also, too, thank you to Vice Inserts for giving me a best feel when it comes to my grips, my thumb slug, and my tape, because I got boo-boos. But thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time.